Hello, today I would like to present you some of the functionalities of Vicinia mobile application for the purpose of facilities management. For this purpose, I use the Vicinia demo application. This is an application that is particularly tailored for Caltech, and on top you have all the events and the location and that you can navigate to, and all the news. This is directly integrated with the news and event servers of Caltech. If I look at the map here, we have mapped 3 buildings for this purpose, and that encodes the Moore Laboratory, the Beckman Institute, and the Brown Dining Hall. In Brown Dining Hall, you can see the food court and all the restaurants here, for example, the grill or the deli or the pizza bite, and you can even browse their associated menus. If I click on this stool, then what we can see here, this is an asset indie. That is, I can have the asset data readily available. All these tables and chairs are similarly tagged and identified with an ID in the system and can be accordingly managed through asset management. More specifically, let's look at the Moore Laboratory. Moore Laboratory contains a number of utility cabinets. For example, there is one for data. And if I look at it, there are 2 data switches in here. And for each one of them, I can access to the manufacturer code, manufacturer part number, or even serial number or settings, or other data that is accordingly populated for this asset in the system. Through integration with existing asset management software, I have access to a number of interesting and useful information. For example, on this corridor, I can see all the assets available. For example, I can see the emergency exit signs, the information that they have for this in the asset management. I can see fire extinguisher, the associated data that is directly read from the asset management software. This is very useful on the go. Imagine if the person using room number 125 calls up and has some issues with the utilities in this office. For example, there is an issue with the Wi-Fi access point, or the electric panel, or the telecom source, or the data source, or the HVAC source. All this information are readily accessible to the facilities management on the go. Imagine I would like to know the main Wi-Fi access point for this room. So I can see even the asset tag for it, 1592, and with a click, I can see where this asset is located. This one happens to be installed on the ceiling on the entrance. If, for example, there is an issue with the kitchenette here, and there is a water leakage, and I would like to know where the main valve for this is, I can click on this and then see all the utility sources for this room. And similarly, if there was asset data for this room, I would be able to access it right here. But for the purpose of the sources, I can, for example, look at the water valve source. It says it's in 145 ME. The asset tag is 3721. So if I click on this, it will point me to the associated mechanical room. And then if I click on this, I can see the water valves inside and the asset tags, and I can readily see which one is serving the kitchenette and go and fix it. I can even navigate myself to it. Imagine that somewhere here, and I can readily navigate to it. This is in the case of walking, and it takes me indoors all the way to the associated cabinet to fix this. This is very useful in cases that the facilities personnel are on the go and they wish to have all the available information at their fingertips so that they can act with speed and confidence to fix the problem quickly. We'll be happy to answer any questions you may have at Vicinia. Thank you.